This is Tomonews for Monday, January 9th. Homeland Security doesn't vet visa applicants' social media posts. A report suggests that Tashfeen Malik, the wife and accomplice of San Bernardino jihadi Saeed Farouk, could have been prevented from obtaining a U.S. visa if immigration officials were allowed to check her social media profiles. Malik's entry into the U.S. allowed her and her husband to carry out their Islamic terror plot and kill 14 people at a Christmas party in the Inland Regional in San Bernardino, California on December 2, 2015. San Bernardino shooter Tashfeen Malik obtained a K-1 visa for the U.S. in 2014, even though she had openly expressed support for Islamic extremism on social media. Policies currently in place prevented Department of Homeland Security staff from examining her social media account before she obtained her visa. Some suspect if officials had checked, the Pakistani national would not have received the visa in the first place. ABC reports the U.S. government issued 40,000 K-1 visas in 2014, as well as 10 million non-immigrant visas. In light of these revelations, the department told ABC News that it is considering implementing a more thorough social media review process into its vetting procedure. Angelina Jolie removes her fallopian tubes and ovaries because of risk of cancer. Angelina Jolie recently announced that she's had her fallopian tubes and ovaries removed because blood tests revealed she carried a mutation in the BRCA1 gene. Both chromosomes 13 and 17 may contain cancer-causing mutations called BRCA1 or BRCA2 gene mutations. The mutations may be inherited from either parent. There's a 50% chance that parents will pass their BRCA mutation to a child because each parent contributes a chromosome to the child during reproduction. About 5 to 10% of all cancers are related to an inherited gene abnormality. Among the hereditary factors that can lead to cancer, BRCA mutations may be associated with cancer 90% of the time. Angelina Jolie underwent a laparoscopic bilateral salpingo oophorectomy to remove her fallopian tubes and ovaries. During this process, a tube is inserted into the abdomen via incisions, and CO2 is pumped in to widen the abdominal cavity. Surgeons insert a laparoscope with a camera attached into the abdomen, which allows doctors to see internal organs. Surgeons then remove the ovaries and fallopian tubes with surgical tools. Jolie has emphasized that her decision was not based solely on the fact that she carries the mutation, but was also made because 3 women in her family have died from cancer.
Germanwings A320 crash. Horror flight's final minutes recreated.
Year-old girl charged with murder of 2-month-old baby in Ohio. Zuri Whitehead was just a 2-month-old when she died. Just a newborn baby girl. Zuri was the youngest of 3, belonging to a single mother. Mom left the newborn baby with a friend for the night, but that friend had a daughter as well, an 11-year-old girl. The friend explained to police she'd wanted to give Zuri's mom a little break from caring for the newborn. But after the friend dozed off, her own daughter took the infant upstairs. When the 11-year-old girl returned, it was to wake her mother and tell her she thought something was wrong with the baby. Zuri had been severely beaten, and the friend called 911 immediately. Zuri was rushed to hospital, but died during surgery due to her injuries. The friend and the 11-year-old murderess are not being named for their own protection. The 11-year-old has been charged with murder, but in Ohio, only an individual who is age 14 or older can be tried as an adult. Police said they're trying to understand what would motivate a child to do this, but so far, they don't have any good answers.
Washington mother fears missing daughter is victim of sex trafficking. 17-year-old Angie Dean was last seen on June 23rd in her Washington area home. Her last messages were to her boyfriend, saying she's been involved in a situation for a while, and that people were going to kill him, her family, and everyone she loves. Angie's mother says she was watching a movie between 9 and 10:30 p.m. when Angie slipped out of their family's home. Her mother said it was fear that forced Angie out of their house and said she's worried she's fallen victim to potential sex trafficking. Angie earlier that day, getting out of a strange old light blue Volvo around 4:30 p.m. Authorities are searching for the driver, who is said to be an African-American male in his mid-20s to early 30s with a goatee. Police found an unknown phone in Angie's room that her mother said didn't belong to her, along with a signed note saying, "When or if you find me, I'll be all used up or dead." A Facebook page has been set up to help find the missing teen, with supporters asking people to use #AngieDean. The missing teen was last seen wearing black running tights, a white racerback tank top, and white Nike shoes.